Okay, in this video, I am going to show you how even when we don't necessarily have everyone looking at the camera at the same time, I can make it happen. So I took 3 images here, so I have a blank background so that it'll make it easier to remove things like leashes or touch anything up. I have this one where I want to use the 2 dogs over here on the far left. That's my own Mikey and Lyra. And then I have this one where I'm going to use these 3 dogs, Carolina, Clementine, and Watson. Okay, kind of line them up. And the next step is going to be to make a layer mask. A layer mask is just a way almost to work like on transparencies, like old elementary school, where you'd have the projectors and the transparencies, and you can lay things on top. So when they're white, you can see everything, or I'm going to make this one black, which means I can't see anything at all. Everything is hidden behind that black mask. And then I'm going to paint on just these dogs over here. So my brush. And let's fix Mikey and Lyra. Look, there go those ears straight up. Get rid of that sleepy, annoyed face because Mikey and Lyra are professionals and the pugs have just joined the family this year, so they had no idea what we were doing. So Mikey and Lyra were pretty over it by the time we got to them. I'm just going to fill all that in there so that everything kind of blends seamlessly. So let's zoom back out, and then I'll just turn this on and off so you can see them shifting. Make sure I don't see any weird lines anywhere. That looks pretty good. So the next thing we need to do now is remove the leashes and remove Michelle's shoes from over here. So I'm going to turn on this top blank layer that we also have. And now we'll align all of these. Okay. Yep, that's pretty good. Just checking to make sure everybody still looks good. Can't tell if... I think we lost a little bit of Lyra's ear there. We'll just touch that back up. All right. So now we'll do the same thing. We're going to put a mask on this one. Make that mask black. And we're going to zoom in and erase this leash. And then I'm going to come right here and see how where I had to erase and I didn't have her ear. We lost kind of that fuzzy edge of her ear. So I'm going to put that back in with, oops, a little copy paste. That looks better. That way it just looks seamless. Zoom out just a little bit. Go back to my brush. We can make it bigger now that we're past being right there on her ear. Oops. And we're just brushing that on there. We'll brush this guy away. We'll get rid of that. We'll zoom back in so we can do it nice and close here above Watson's head. Then we'll come over here. Make our brush bigger again. Get rid of Michelle's knee there. So you can tell it doesn't quite perfectly line up right there, so we'll have to make that work. There we go. So I'm just brushing a little extra since it doesn't all perfectly line up there. But I think it will be close enough when we're done here to make it look right. Fix that. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing, turn that on and off a few times. So you can see I was not perfectly lined up right here, but I think it will pass inspection. Zoom in again, just move around the image, see if I see anything really obvious. Oh, yep, like right here on the bear's little tummy where he has that mark. Get rid of that. Make sure he looks good. Make sure there's no weird things going on with the sled. Oops, got a little bit of leash right there to get rid of. All right, and then I'll crop it so that everything looks right. Yeah. Don't see quite as much of the ground. But Carolina's eyeball's right there on that. And we'll straighten up the fireplace so that it looks nice and straight. Let's check. I'm just gonna crop it and hopefully fill in that little corner. No, we're gonna have to do that there. So you can see right up here, I didn't quite have enough information, but I think because this one was a little bigger, yep, I can fill it in right here. Make all of this seamless. All right, so we went from this with our sleepy dogs over here on the left. We fixed them so they're nice and bright-eyed and looking at us here with the ears up. And then we remove the leashes on the pugs. And that's how you can take an image where not necessarily every dog was cooperating all at the same time and make a great final product.